and welcome. This is Hina Talati and you are watching It's Tomorrow News. The 1964 Rameswaram Cyclone, also known as Dhanushkodi Cyclone, was regarded as one of the most powerful storms to ever strike India on record. The system was first identified as an area of low pressure over the Andaman Sea on December 15th. Following interaction with the tropical wave, it began to develop and become a depression by December 18th. Increasingly rapid intensification ensued over the following days, with the cyclone attaining hurricane force winds around 5 degrees north the next day. Early on December 23rd, the storm struck cyclone near the Trincomalee with the winds estimated at 240 km per hour, ranking it as a modern-day supercyclonic storm. Weakening somewhat, the storm soon struck Tamil Nadu. Rapid weakening followed once the cyclone was onshore, and it degenerated into the depression on December 24th as it emerged over the Arabian Sea. The system later dissipated on the December 26th over open water. The cyclone of 1964 that swept Dhanushkodi town in the state of Tamil Nadu still sent severe shock to the people who fled the region. An estimated wind velocity of 280 km per hour and tidal waves as high as 23 feet swept Dhanushkodi on the night of 22nd and 23rd December 1964. Around 800 people died in the cyclonic storm, including 118 people traveling by the Pamban-Dhanushkodi passenger train that night. The cyclone washed down the Pamban bridge. The town was abandoned by the residents during and after the cyclone, and the Tamil Nadu government declared Dhanushkodi as a ghost town unfit for living. The town was an important transit point for India and Sri Lanka. It was a commercial center with the railway station, a custom office, post and telegraph office, 2 medical institutions, 1 railway hospital, a panchayat, a union dispensary, a higher elementary school and a port offices. The total damage caused by the cyclone is estimated at $150 million. The leftover buildings after cyclone, including arms warehouse, Roman Catholic Church, a post office, are standing as a testimony to fury of the nature. The pictures of the cyclone hit Pamban Bridge and the train have become unforgettable memory. After the cyclone of the Pamban Bridge was rebuilt, a stable road connection was constructed, but the town was never rebuilt. On December 15, 1964, an area of low pressure was intensified over the southern Andaman Sea. Remaining nearly stationary, a tropical wave soon interacted with the low and allowed the system to consolidate into the depression 2 days later. A large area of the showers and thunderstorms covered much of the southern Bay of Bengal and Andaman Sea. On December 18th, a ship with the call sign GMAG reported 45 km per hour winds and a barometric pressure of 1005.5 millibars. Based on this report, the India Meteorological Department classified the system as deep depression. Over the following days, the system quickly intensified as it began moving slowly westwards. By December 19th, it became a severe cyclonic storm and the soon acquired hurricane force winds early on December 20th, while near 5 degrees north. The cyclone became one of the only handful of the system to attain such an intensity close to the equator. Moving more westward northwesterly, the cyclone continued to deepen as it approached southern India. On December 21, satellite imagery showed clouds from the storm covering area roughly 965 kilometers wide. Several prominent banding features were present, with one such feature extending over 240 kilometers, crossing the equator while maintaining a cyclonic arc. The clouds associated with the cyclone extended as far as 485 kilometers into the southern hemisphere. Several vessels encountered the storm, with one reporting 110 km per hour winds early on December 22nd. That day, the winds along the coast of Ceylon increased. The storm accelerated during this time as well. Early on December 23rd, the cyclone struck the northern tip of Ceylon and turned back towards the west-northwest. According to an official of the Pamban Island, located between the Ceylon and southern India, the storm's eye was no more than 16 kilometers wide. Based on the satellite imagery, it was estimated that the storm had a peak winds of 240 kilometers per hour with a gust as high as 280 kilometers per hour. This ranked the system as a modern-day supercyclonic storm. Additionally, the IMD estimated its central pressure to have been at most 970 millibars. The lowest observed pressure was 978 millibars in Mannar on the west coast of Ceylon. Weakening somewhat, the storm soon struck Tamil Nadu, south of the Tondi. Once onshore, the cyclone rapidly weakened, becoming a depression before emerging over the Arabian Sea on December 24th. The system degenerated into remnant low later that day and dissipated over the open waters on December 26th. At least 1,800 people lost their lives as a result of the cyclone. On December 22nd, the powerful cyclone struck northern areas of the Ceylon and caused catastrophic damage. According to the survivors, the storm surge of 4.5 meters swept across the area. Initial reports stated that 250 people lost their lives with thousands missing. About 5,000 houses and 700 fishing boats were destroyed in the Jaffna district of Ceylon. The district's paddy crop was also destroyed. Other badly hit areas include Mannar and Trincomalee. The Trincomalee port suffered severe damage, rendering it inoperable. The economic damage caused in Ceylon was estimated at Rs 200 million. About 350 Ceylonese fishermen were missing at the sea. At least 1,000 people were killed on the island and many more were left unaccounted for. An unofficial estimate stated that the death toll would likely exceed 2,000. The government regarded it as the greatest tragedy to ever hit Ceylon. The effects of the Ceylon was felt mostly in the Pamban Island, which lies between the Indian mainland and Ceylon. More than 3,000 people, many of them tourists and pilgrims, were stranded on the island. On December 23rd, an estimated 7.6 meter storm surge struck the town of Dhanushkodi on the southeastern edge of the island, submerging the town and overturning the Pamban-Dhanushkodi passenger train, killing 200 passengers on the board. The town, an important transit point between India and Ceylon, was completely destroyed and has not been rebuilt since. The scale of the disaster left villagers isolated for at least 3 days and without food and clean water. Communication lines were severely damaged and hampered relief efforts. By December 26th, relief supplies were delivered to 14 villages by the cyclone's air force. Britain, Cuba, West Germany and United States offered aid to Ceylon. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News. For more global weather updates like this, subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.